Welcome to unit review number 4, guys. Let's hear some hype, guys. I want to hear some hype coming from you guys because we have been doing this consistently for the last 4 weeks now, and I'd say this is getting bigger and bigger. There you go. I was gonna say, let's let my mods be introduced before I forget, because I have been consistently forgetting to introduce beforehand, being such a dickwad. So we have Inyas and also Perez. So say hello, guys. It is good to have you guys here as always. Like, you guys have been here for every single one of them, I think. I want to say, right?
I believe so.
Yes. Well, I like to keep that trend rolling. It seems like Thursday seems to be a good time for all you guys. So that helps me. So we're gonna try to keep it on these days, or at least days where it makes it a little bit easier. I like to be able to talk about builds like this with all you guys, just because it's better that way, to be able to get like a bigger thought process on everything, and to be able to get like better opinions and everything. I think would be really good, and luckily enough, we're able to do that. So, but I wanted to let you guys know that this unit review is going to be a little bit different than what we normally have right there. Since maintenance is happening, it's going to be happening quite soon, I think, probably like the next 7 minutes or so. We actually have all of our pictures and everything set up already, so so I can't click or do anything different with them. So it's going to be a little bit limited, but nothing too crazy. We do have everyone's submissions all right here, so if anything, it's still going to be the same. I'm just looking for one of these. I'm looking for something right now to finish. Oh, there it is. Found it.
Hello, Lazo.
But yes, guys. So again, guys. Oh, it's number 3. Welcome.
Is it? I thought it was 4.
I think it's 4. This
My
is 4.
thumbnail history tells me it's 3.
Is it?
Really?
Unless I save one somewhere else.
Maybe it is right there. Hold on, real quick.
Wait,
Is it 3 or is it 4?
Let me check. No, this is episode 4.
Yeah, this is episode 4. Okay, excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
that's 4, guys.
I was about to say, I was like, wait a minute, maybe I just don't know how to count, which is a possibility. If I don't know how to read, I don't know how to count. So it's about the same thing. But anyway, guys, we have a lot of submissions tonight, so let us get started. Our very first submission that we have tonight is going to be OG Ketra, and this is going to be a blue flyer unit. Most people have probably have a good portion of her. I think she's a fantastic unit. She's one of the original White Wing flyers to come into Fire Emblem Heroes. Honestly, it's a fantastic unit, and I've always liked this a lot. If anything, give me like 1 second, guys. I need to... because we're doing this a little bit differently, I'm not actually on my game. One thing I need to do is actually get to my camera and like pretty much increase the screen size, because if not, it's gonna be like really hard to see off this little thing right here. So I do apologize. Bear with me. Perfect. There it is. I got it now. All fixed. So one thing that she has that is very nice, compared to others is, well, actually just like her sister, I would say, which I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong with this, and mods, you guys can jump in at any time about this one here. But like with her White Wing Lance right there, is it the exact same status with hers, like to be able to quad and stuff like that? I don't think it is it? I haven't used
Yeah,
her.
it is.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, the
okay.
triangle attack part is the same. It's
Okay.
just
The effectiveness is different.
yeah, Est has a...
Armor effective. She just has slaying.
Ah,
Yeah.
I see.
And
Okay.
Paula has ruby sword.
Ah, I got you.
The triangle advantage.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure, because I was like, wait a minute, because I haven't had a chance really to use her very much. So that was like one of my issues there. Also, Real Thick Shady, how are you doing, bud? Welcome to the stream. Also, and also Laszlo. Good to have you guys here. But yes, so with this build right here, this actually has a very, minus the ward flyers, this is actually very similar to how my Est is built, because I actually have Swiss Barrel 3 on her also. What I really like about Swiss Barrel 3 with her is because same with her sister, they tend to be a little bit slower when it comes to speed wise. Nothing like super duper crazy, but like you do notice that after, like, because she is a Gen 1 unit right there, their stats are not like 100% the best compared to maybe some of the newer Gen units. Sorry, I had to change some of the music. But yes, so being able to have Swiss Barrel 3 on her, be able to give her extra 6 attack and also extra +7 speed, which in general just helps out. Anything with attack and speed is going to be nice. Of course, it's going to make it so that she's going to be offensive, but this is how the flyers work right there. They have decent defenses, but they're mainly supposed to be for offense, and honestly, their kit works out better that way, such as whenever you can get into desperation range. I think desperation is a fantastic skill for her, just because to be able to go, and because since she does quad, yes, actually she does quad just like her sister. Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yep.
Okay,
I
so
think so.
To be able to pop this off right there with enough speed, and to be able to have her lance the way that it is, you're going to be able to pop off a lot of specials, a lot of well, okay, so the only thing I have different on my est, and this is why I'm bringing it up since I actually can compare pretty easily, is that my est has it has Gale Force. I want to be able to get her to move around as much as possible. Also, Inya, thank you for the suggestion on that one. Nice idea. But I like your Moonbow too. I think if anything, you're gonna be procking off your Moonbow a lot, so you're gonna be getting a lot of kills for sure. Granted, because like the way that you're working, I'm assuming you're gonna be working with the flyer ball, because I know that you have the ward flyers there, so you're trying to assist the other flyers that are around with you, which is good because like I said, with that effect right there, you're gonna have to be closer to other flyers. That's just pretty much how the effect is gonna work. It really is a fantastic kit because you also have bond skills with it too, which is going to give you those extra attack and speed. I'm pretty sure I always forget with those bonds, but I'm pretty sure it's 6/6. So but like I said, with
It's
that
5.
oh, okay, so it's 5/5. I'm off. So with that being said there, though, you're going to be rocking up some heavy attack and some heavy speed there. Your defenses are actually pretty solid there. You're fully built right there, so that means that your HP and your defenses are going to be able to take a hit sometimes. Not from everything, but enough right there. Enough to be able to get yourself in there, do some quick damage, and then pretty much to back out. And you're already S supported there, so I can see all of your extra stats already. So all in all, this Ketra is fantastic. I think that she works really well with her sister. Of course, it would be 2 blue flyers, so it's kind of one of those things where you're like, I like to have like that mixed color, so I usually always pick Est. I like Est a little bit better, but maybe that's just more of a personal opinion there. Plus the armor slaying is very nice too, compared wise. But all in all, though, it's a fantastic build and does some serious damage, and also works really well with flyer comps. So I like it. There's really not much that would really change on this, because I see that you're using your C skill for specifically to help out with other flyers around there. Like I know with me, I have it where I can be a little bit more situational. So I think I have defense smoke on mine, just so I can just for sure get the kills and drop everyone's defense around me. You can also have attack smoke. You can also have a few other things to kind of help out with the team with there as well. But all in all, though, this is a fantastic build. And what's really nice about this particular build itself, and what I really like about it, is the fact that other than Swiss Sparrow 3, of course, is going to probably be your most expensive skill, everything else is pretty cheap for the most part. Because like, I mean, Swiss Sparrow 3 was the one that just recently came out. You don't have to use Swiss Sparrow 3. Granted, it's really nice. I like it. It gives me that extra speed to make sure that I get those quads for sure. But it's just it's really nice. So if you can get a Swiss Sparrow 3, which is, like I said again, the most expensive skill on this tree, that's about it. Everything else is pretty good. Like you can get Despo pretty easily. You can get some of the ward flying skills pretty simple now. Smokes are pretty simple to get now. So in general, this is really nice. And if you're on a budget, this works. Again, if you don't have Swiss Sparrow 3, that's fine. You can always use a different skill too. But mods, what do you guys think? What would you guys change up on this? Anything?
I mean, the word flyers implies that it's like a flyer ball, but then the desperation implies that it's not a flyer ball and just a flyer team build. So I'm a little bit confused by that. Like, it's a good build. It's just I feel like if you're running desperation, and Moonbow, you're probably running her to be like a duelist. In which case, you can change the word flyer for something that'll help you more, I guess.
Right. That was my thing, because I was like, I see what you're trying to do with that, but like, for instance, that's why I gave my example for the smokes. I feel like the smokes really nice because I'm always attacking and dropping people's, like, well, for me it's defense, but like you can do attack, you can do defense, whatever that you want in that situation to help you, and that's kind of what I would see with that. But if you're know that you're going to be around other flyers for sure, guaranteed, you always have that C slot going off right there. Maybe you're trying to help and support like maybe like a tankier flyer, which is maybe something I need to do for my Camilla, because I know I have some issues with that sometimes. But the point I'm trying to make with that is that, like, all in all, like, it's a very good build, but I see what you're saying. Like, it's kind of split a little bit too, so that's understandable. So what about you, Perez? Anything?
Yeah, I thought Katria was a red sword flyer. What's up with that?
Wow. Did you really?
Patience, Perez. We're getting to that.
So what?
Yeah. Anyways, the Moonbow, it's nice skill and everything. You know, she doesn't really have extreme attack or anything, so you can get like good damage. So having a skill that, you know, bases off your opponent's defense or res is nice to have.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is that, you know, if this is a quad build, you're gonna get Moonbow like what twice if you get lucky. Mm-hmm. You can honestly have a higher cooldown charge that does more damage, like Luna, even Gale Force, or anything like that.
Yeah, I
Moonbow
like
is
Gale
just,
Force.
it's very nice and all, but with the build that you have, the fact that you already have a slang effect and desperation, it's just Moonbow's a little too soft, I would say.
You know what? And that's like, that was kind of one of my things too, is that you will be getting your special. This is how it is, because you're going to be, if you're triggering off enough speed, which you will be, and you're also trying to make it so that you're going to be hitting off consistently right now, you will be getting your special. That's why I like Gale Force, because then I can actually go in there and dominate, even though it's 5, and I know you're going to be proccing off 4s, depending on like current fight, of course. If it hits you once, then technically you should have it. But the point I'm trying to make with that is that in general, you can probably utilize a special that actually works a little bit more, especially with being able to hit 4, because not very many people can hit 4 times 4 all the time. And if they do, they usually hit the time times 2 in some kind of special modifier to make it so that they get their special a little bit faster. So she's in a good spot where she can technically really utilize that the most. So I can understand that for sure.
Yeah,
So,
it's still a nice build and everything, but you know, it's just there's so many
what's
other
going on, man?
better skills that you could have since
Mhm.
you already have the slang effect and desperation.
Right. So yeah, but like other than that though, those are like the small changes that I would change really, because the build is really solid. Again, it seems like we're suffering a little bit from the whole like trying to do multiple roles kind of thing, just because you're like offensive, and then like maybe you're trying to help out also with that too, which I think you could in general help out better with maybe something like a smoke or something else to make that work. I like smokes just because you're gonna be hitting consistently, you're gonna be going, and if you have Gale Force, you can kind of just keep moving, which is really nice. It does help out a lot with that.
I think that's what the Ward Flyers is meant to do. It's to like help cover up for the rest of the team.
Which is like, I would have to see the whole squad, which again,
Well, yeah, it's definitely a Flyer team, as you
Right.
can tell by the weapon. So
Right. Exactly. So, but all in all though, fantastic build. I really like this, and if anything, excuse me, if anything, this is actually a really good build to start us off with, because like, it's a thick build, and to be honest, like I said, it's just so powerful even to this day. Anytime that you have a weapon that's going to give you quad ability right there is going to be a plus. And the fact that, like I said again, they added the Swiss Barrel on there, which I really like the Swiss Barrel. Again, they have like push and which I like push also too. But like you have like Swiss Barrels makes it so that you get that extra speed that you may have been lacking in a little bit with there, where you would have to maybe support yourself with some of that with like maybe like a C, or excuse me, not a C, but with an S, or actually, well, yes, technically, you could have like a smoke or something in there to be able to drop down speeds or something to make it so that you're a little bit more on even playing fields. But with that being able to give you all that extra speed, and you still get a little bit of attack too, it's very nice. I really like it. So all in all, fantastic and very nice build to start us off with. Also, thank you very much everybody for being here, guys. I really appreciate it. And Sel, what's going on, buddy?
Raiders.
What's
Hello,
going on,
Raiders.
guys? It's good to have you guys here. Welcome to Unit Review, guys.
Nice.
We are here, we are ready, and we just finished up our first one. So now we're moving on to the next build. I hope the rest of your stream was very good, Sel. Like I said, I know I was watching a little bit of it before I started, but now we're here. And we're going to start off with this chat. I actually used him before. I actually got him killed. So that was a mistake. That was a mistake.
Yeah, the only reason the reason I put him in is just because I wanted to introduce him as the turn 1 death build.
Oh my god. Like, chat, here's the thing. If you ever start streaming, don't ever make a mistake. Don't ever make a mistake, ever. Or else your chat will remember. Unless you have 0 viewers, then it's okay. But if you have 1 viewer and he sees it, he'll never let it down. Especially if he likes you. Because then he'll come back to the stream and remind you every day. No, I'm totally kidding. New unit. You say Forsyth? Is that how you say his name? I always
Foresight.
Foresight. Oh, Foresight. Like almost like Foresight. Got it. Sorry about that. Small brain. You know.
Nice.
But he actually is really a very good unit in the sense of like his kit is so interesting. So first off, he's going to be benefiting very much so from the actual new BST that's coming in with all the newer generation. What is it, like 179 BST? I think that's what it is.
Something like that.
I think it's 179. I think. So without any merges. So
He's what's keeping armor meta alive.
Pretty
he
much.
said staying strong, even though Hector just popped out and he's like, excuse me, 185. Excuse me. Shh.
Oh, but yeah, that's That's just Hector being Hector.
Yeah, Hector,
Yeah,
like,
that's just Hector in a nutshell.
it's like that moment when you want to break the threshold, just use Hector. Hector's going to be that one that's going to be like, oh, wait, what was the new limit? Oh, doesn't matter. I am the new limit. He said, I am the captain now. So
I am the
What is the new limit? I am the limit.
yeah, because I think it was like 181. I think still. I think it was still with Surtur. I think, but now it's at 185, so it's an extra +4. So, but anyway, we're getting off topic there.
Hector power creeping lollies.
Oh my God, stop! Even though that is actually super adorable. Like, I love his ult just because Lilina is adorable. I'm just like, you are so cute. Sorry, I totally got off topic.
We got a video to
totally got off topic. Sorry. Anyway, so what I really liked about him was that he has Soul Lance. Now, Soul Lance, I can't click on it in here because, again, pictures, we had to do this ahead of time. But for the understanding of it all is that pretty much he gets to heal himself, even on tings, which is really nice. So even if you're not hitting, which has always been the biggest issue for me that I've seen, is that, like, you have a healing skill, but if you're not doing anything or doing any damage, you're like, okay, what are you going to heal off of? A lot of times it's like off of whatever damage you're doing or whatever the case is there. What's really nice about him is that he'll still heal off of that even if he has zeros, which is really cool to me. So with that being said, though, if you have DC with this or something to make it so that you can pretty much go back and forth and you're always hitting, you're always healing too. Unless you're getting one-shotted, of course, which we're not going to mention any names, but don't get one-shotted, please. He really shouldn't be getting one-shot. He has 42 defense just with this alone. Again, someone found a way. I don't know how. But
there's always a way.
There's always a way.
Like,
absolutely.
Buttons away.
Exactly. And but like just with what he has currently, right? He has 42 with this build alone right there. 42 defense and 33 res, and that's 33 res with that debuff on there. So when he actually gets that off of it right there, when he gets that Bane out of there, it'll really help him out a lot, and it's going to make it so he's going to be a lot more tankier also, which again, res is going to be one of his most important traits, especially in higher AR tiers or whatever he's doing. Most units are usually moving towards mages anyway, so it'll help out drastically. With that being said there, though, when he's being able to attack, he's being able to proc off his special fighter, which is interesting that he has this, because he has noontime on this too, which this is actually something that I kind of wanted to, I guess, kind of look into this a little bit more, because like noontime, if I remember correctly, is pretty much two times, so, or it takes 2 special charges, so that means that with the special fighter, he's going to be proccing this off every single time, which I did get to use this, and it's very nice. He's double healing, which is really cool to see, because like when he's getting tinged and or maybe he's even getting like half health, if he's attacking, pretty much he's healing all the way up. Also, everyone that is new, welcome everybody, welcome to Unit Review. Sorry if I see a bunch of new faces, so again, thank you guys for really being here. I really appreciate it. So, arigato. But going back with this build, sorry, I didn't mean to cut off there. But yeah, he also has attack smoke with this as well, which is actually pretty good because he's going to be getting attacked. And when he's getting attacked right there, he's going to be able to drop the attacks as well, -7, which is going to be fantastic, and make it so that it's going to do less to him. I like to see it as like the more that he can make it so that people are not hurting him, the better, because then he can just go out there and heal himself back. So it's almost like one of those things where it's like, as long as you don't one-shot me, we're good to go. I can heal myself back up.
As long as I don't get one-shot.
As long as, but again, who even does that? Who even does that?
As long as I don't tank a green unit with a hammer.
Exactly. Also, Sel, you have a wonderful night. Sorry if I missed you before you left, but thank you so much for being here, and thank you, Sel's Raiders, for being here also. Thank you so much. But yes, and then he also has quick riposte too, which is going to be pretty central with that, because 20 speed isn't going to be able to speed anything. Again, it's like Surtur speeds. So they're slow. They're super duper slow. Or Bendy speeds. I think Bendy might be slower. I could be wrong. I don't remember. I think they're both just incredibly slow. Regardless, 20 speed, you ain't going to do nothing
with
it.
The red one?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking there, because I wasn't 100%, but all in all though, quick riposte, I mean, perfect, honestly. So, in general, this is a fantastic build. What would I change on this?
Summer Levitain. Oh yeah, G-Lo was right. Summer Levitain is slow.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember, but she's like super tanky, which is like really interesting to see. I'm like, it's like just kind of weird to see it as like or wait, I'm pretty sure she's tanky. Am I right? Man, I don't think I got her originally when she first popped out, so I don't remember.
I think she's mostly res built.
Yes,
so, yeah.
yes, which is super nice.
She's the one with mirror impact, isn't she?
Yep, which is one of those ones
Yeah.
where I'm like, oh, is that mirror impact fodder? I'm
She's
like,
like the
I don't want it to
flying
be,
version
but
of
I'm
Daredevil.
like, kind of makes it. And she doesn't have a personal weapon, if I remember correctly. So I mean, her sister's one of those ones where you're like, I don't really want to get rid of you. And technically, you don't have to anymore since more people are getting Swiss Sparrow 3 now, which is nice, but it's still fairly rare. So it's one of those things. But anyway, off topic with that though, I think this is a fantastic build. I really do like this build. The only thing I would really change up, and yeah, that's really, you don't necessarily have to, but like you can use the noontime, which is really nice because you're going to be getting those consistent heals with that. Or if you're trying to do more damage, let's just say that you need more because you do have 56 attack, which is fantastic, but let's just say you really want to benefit off that defense because that defense is definitely solid. You can do Ignis and your bigness will be doing tons of damage, and since you have special fighter, you're going to be getting it pretty often too, so there's always that too. I see what you're kind of doing though. You're doing consistent heals, so it's more like healing on healing, but the moment when you don't need that healing, it's kind of useless because noontime doesn't really if I remember correctly, it doesn't do any damage, right? It just heals whatever damage you do. It just heals you, if I remember correctly. Correct?
For
Yes.
noontime, it's just heal.
Yeah, okay. So, which is good, which is very good. Makes it so that you're going to be double healing. But if you really want to benefit off of all of that defense, 'cause that's a lot of defense, just without any merges alone. So if you actually get merges and flowers on that, I can only imagine. Then you're going to be really doing some solid damage there too. So it really depends. It really depends on what you want to do. I think special fighter is actually really nice for you, and it makes it so that you're going to be proccing off your specials pretty often. So, but all in all, a great build. Mods, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? And would you guys change anything on this?
Nah, I like the build the way it is.
You like it?
So do I.
Okay. So
Can the soul lance be refined yet, or is it still?
it's just, I think it's just Soul Lance right now.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Soul Lance will be
What-
refinable in 2024.
Yeah, I was about to say,
True,
I'm like,
true,
since it's a
yeah.
personal weapon, 16 might Lance right there, probably not gonna do any kind of any refunds
Wait.
or anything at all.
It's not inheritable.
It's not
Wow.
on Plus. This is
Mm-mm.
Oh,
PRM.
okay, right.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I didn't
his.
summon on this banner. Okay, give me a break. This was a
No,
huge pass
no
for me.
break. No.
Fool!
I'm just kidding.
Chat's saying maybe switch out to defense smoke, or like Dr. Elliot is saying switch out to defense smoke. Maybe.
That works too. That could definitely help you out
That's-
drastically too.
The attack is mostly just so like he takes even less damage.
Right.
Because he could still take damage even if it's like 5, but if you reduce, at like -7, you'll be getting
Right.
things like crazy.
That's kind of what I was thinking. I actually prefer to have the attack smoke also, because I think the attack smoke is really good because, especially with how he's doing it, is that he's not getting any extra damage coming in from his special or anything like that. He has good attack, but not the best attack either. So it's one of those things where it's like, he's going to really try to make it so that anybody trying to come at him there, he can just consistently heal no matter what. So again, as long as you're not getting one-shotted there, you should be healing yourself back to, I think I had it where I was like half health, I think, at one time or another there. And then all of a sudden, pop back up, boom, backed up to full health. And I was like, wow. And it really heals back up like that. And that's really nice to see. So he's just stacking it on stacking it. So, which is really interesting to see. I thought about that concept there too, but again, if you just kind of do more of like a utilization there, I think that bigness would actually work out really well for him also. So it kind of just depends on what you're trying to do, honestly. So, but all in all though, it's a fantastic build though. So
Attack smoke also helps with the res, so it protects him from getting attacked by mages.
right, exactly.
Mhm.
So it really just specifically hits 2 different instead of just 1 different, which is going to help him in general with being able to survive. Because I know he could definitely do a lot more damage with having the defense there, but I think he's trying to go for more survivability than he is trying to go for actual kills, which is understandable.
Very committed to the defensive build. So
Yes. So all in all though, fantastic. I like it. I wouldn't really change much on it, honestly. I think you actually have a very good setup there. The only thing I can wish you now is that you just get more merges right there. And if you can fix up that res, you're going to be living it. You're going to be living it because that'll definitely bump you up into an even better state of survivability. And that's all that you want on this build anyway. You're going defense, you're going to be healing regardless. So, but I like
what
this
could
one.
fix that res?
What's that?
You know what could fix the res?
What's that?
Fortress.
Oh, I know the answer. I was waiting for you
I
to be
was waiting
like,
for that.
I was waiting for it. I had the face like, come on, give it to me already.
Say it.
Say it
You know what
already.
else could fix
It's
that
time to
res?
stop.
There's one other thing that could fix that res, which is not making tank
Yes, exactly. But you know what we can do first before we start? So, You guys are gonna have to pay this one no mind, guys, in the sense of like how it's set up. The two images that are here with us right now are going to be a little funny. It's just because of how they got submitted, but it's only two, so you're gonna see like that black screen at the bottom, so bear with us. But again, you have to send it to like a normal I don't remember how you guys said it. Like, I know mostly everyone else sent it the correct way, but it doesn't really matter. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe it's just on the device too. I wondered if that was the reason why too. But regardless, we're going over this Rolf, which I haven't had a chance really to see too many Rolfs yet. I've only seen like one or two. And the last time we did a review, I know he was getting sacrificed. So I don't know if this. I don't think this is the same person. I don't think this person's gonna get sacrificed. so like I said, with that being said, this person's actually going Brave Bow, which is interesting. So quads again. So it seems like we're going for that's 2 for quads now, which is interesting. Very nice. I would say that's going to really help you out a lot as long as you can push the extra speed, which you have attack speed push on right now, which is going to help you out 6-6 if I remember correctly, which is going to be really solid there. It's going to make it so that your speed is going to be at least at a solid 40, and then your attack is going to be pushed up to, what are we looking at, about 44. Sorry, brain can't do math at the moment. And you have Mystic Boost, which is going to be healing up against any kind of extra damage you're going to get with attack speed push. Because remember, with attack speed push, you got to remember that it's going to minus you about 6 or so. So that's something to keep in mind there. But then you also have Odd Speed Wave, which is not too bad. Again, how I feel about the speed waves and all the waves in general, it just like as long as you know that when you attack on that turn right there, that like as long as you know that that's going to happen, which again, some maps are a little bit unpredictable where you're like, I'm not sure if or like, hey, like I want to attack on turn number 2, or hey, I want to do this right there, and like you just can't seem to make it match up. That could be an issue for you. But I mean, if you can get that there, it's going to actually help you out an extra +6, so that's going to make it so that you're looking at a nice 46 speed. And then you also have a Sturdy Blow, which is going to help with, what is it, 4-4? What was that again? I don't remember what it's attack speed, right? +4?
Sturdy is attack defense.
Oh, attack defense. Wait, that's attack defense?
Sturdy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Swift is attack speed.
Okay.
Attack speed is Swift Sparrow.
Yeah, well, I'm just making sure because it just seemed kind of like that would probably be one of the few changes that would change on there. It doesn't seem to match correctly because you're trying to save up a little bit on your defense to what maybe make yourself a little bit more bulkier against physical units there, but like if you're going to be going a Brave Bow, I feel like you should go all in for the most part. Like, and when
all in for the speed.
Yeah. Like,
I guess it's mostly for the attack, the extra attack,
Probably,
not really the defense.
Well, if
because it is a Brave Bow, and Brave Bow have like low might, so.
Right. So, I mean, even if that's
the speed push, helps with the effect. So. And like what Doctor said, there's no Swift Seal yet.
Yeah, no Swift Seal. I mean,
this is the only attack seal we've got.
He does have my question, I guess, and this could be just like how your playstyle is here, but like, do you ever have it where you're going like are you going solo? Are you by yourself? Because if you're with a group, you can definitely have it where you can put a bond in there or something, somewhere where you can work together with others. Because I feel like that would help you out a lot, because it makes it so that you're going to be able to get like right next to people, and when you're with your adjacent allies there, that should be able to give you that extra attack and speed to be able to push you through, because that seal is out, and I think that would help you out a lot, honestly. I mean, now I get what you're trying to do with that there, but like, I mean, it's not gonna hurt you with the extra defense, don't get me wrong. I think that's nice, but the thing is that like, I don't know, I feel like you gotta try to go all in with that, as well as maybe changing up like if you add that in there, like maybe one of the bonds there to give you 5-5, maybe you can even get rid of your odd speed and maybe even go you can go a few things. You could keep the odd, or you can keep or you can start going for some of the smokes, because smoke is always nice there too. You couldn't do a rouse because you would be together with somebody and have a bond, so that's something to keep in mind there. But you have a lot of options with that. And I guess just because like with the waves, I've never been like a super big fan of them. I think they're interesting, but I also think that they're kind of situational too. Again, if you're really good with turn
management.
Yeah, then yeah, that'd be great. But honestly, I think that maybe you would benefit a little bit better off of maybe having some kind of bond skill with that to really benefit with your attack and your speed, because in general, you're only moving 2 anyway. So if you have somebody that can stick with him, and then you're really going to be able to benefit off that, then your quads will be happening. It's just going to happen. And then of course you have Ether with that too, so you're trying to keep him alive a little bit. So I can understand where your defense is trying to survive that the best that you can. But in general, I feel like if you're really trying to optimize with this build, that would probably be your best guess. So, but that's just my opinion with that there. Mons, how do you guys feel about that? Mons?
I don't know. I'm like, can you hear me? Am I cutting out?
Oh, no, I hear you
a
now.
little bit, but just keep
A
going.
little bit. Okay. I mean, looking at this build, like, it's a good build. I just really wish Rainbow was refinable. Like, I'm looking, like, even with push and sturdy blow, like, I'm looking at the attack and I just want to cry.
No, I get that. That can definitely be a big issue there. But I see what he's trying to do to, like, salvage it, and it's good. I just feel like he's missing a few things, and mainly I'm seeing this inside of, because it's a very expensive build. Like I said, A and B are his biggest like hitters there. His C does help out with his build, and I understand that with that as well, but I feel like he can have stuff that maybe synergizes a little bit better in general with all aspects of it all. And then of course his S slot I would definitely change. That's just me with that. I feel like he can find something better with that to make it work, but you know, that's just kind of how I feel with that. And then of course, well, if he's trying, he could also get rid of his ether as well, because here's the thing. So I see he could have the ether to be able to go in there and proc that off if he had, because he is going to be hitting 4s, which is going to be nice. Or he can have something where it's a lot more consistent. It depends. It really depends. Like, I get what the ether's trying to do, and like I know you can do that with like I like to think of, like, I know I could have done that with like other quarters, but I don't know. I feel like Rolf could benefit off of it, but maybe not though. Maybe not also at the same time. He can also do like Luna also, which can just in general just drop down the defenses and the res, and you get it off more often instead of just the heal factor there. I think that might help you out, but that's just kind of me.
Well, that's what he has Mystic Boost for.
I see.
Mystic Boost is supposed to help out with the health that you lose from push. So having a skill like Luna or even Moonbow would be a lot more beneficial than Ether.
Right.
That takes 5 to charge.
Right, and that's kind of what I was thinking with that, is that like in general you can get more off that, and again, because it's a 5 charge, you may not even be able to get
Low
that
might
off
weapon.
Exactly.
So you need something that attacks, the opponent's defense.
Exactly. I completely agree with that. So in general, it's a very good build. Just a few things I would change up, such as special, C skill, maybe. Well, C skill can stay there if you don't have anything else, but it can be there, or your S. I would definitely change your S, but that's just me with that there. But what about you?
Just change it to Luna.
Yeah, just change it to Luna.
Okay.
Because if you're quadding at all, then you're guaranteed to proc the Luna. And like, I guess with Moonbow, technically, oh no, you can't, because Moonbow doesn't proc twice in one rotation anyway. So then you may as well just go for Luna and get more damage out of it.
Right. Because
since he already has Push and Mystic working together, and he doesn't have Desperation, so it's not like he's going to be getting quads, all in one turn. So
yeah.
Exactly. Which is also something that he can think about too if he's ever getting down to that point. But also if he's going down now at that point too, maybe he would do better with the Swiss Barrel 3 also. But I see what he's doing with that for the synergy, so that makes sense. So that does make sense. So all in all though, it's a fantastic build though. I do like it. There's just a few things that I would maybe change up a little bit if you're really trying to get like the maximum out of it there. And but that's pretty much it though. So again, very good submissions, guys. I really want to thank you guys for popping them in. Again, this is unit review number 4, so this is going good, guys. This is going great. This is honestly just in general has been fantastic. So again, this is our last one of our units that was cropped a little funny, but this is the last one, and the rest of them are all back to normal. So is this one Tacky's?
This is Tacky's.
This is Tacky's. So all right, Tacky.
Follow up from my earlier joke. I thought Catria was a Blue Lancer. But I'm
It's not cropped, it's on a tablet.
See, that's what it was. I knew it. I was like, it's got to be just like on like a different device or something. So, but all in all though, it doesn't really matter because it's just these two, and everything else should be deja vu. So, but with that being said, guys, though, Catcher's actually really nice. In general, it's brand new. She's a fantastic unit. And here's the thing. So I know Techie made another account for this, because first off, the Heavy Blade 2 is a pretty much a giveaway there. That, and I think he told me to. But like, once he has the S skill too, that's gonna help him out too, to be able to give him a little bit more stats. But just look at what the stats are with the 3 merge right now. It's fantastic, because if you really look at it, you're looking at 62 attack, 48 HP, 40 speed, 30 defense, and 27 res. So again, you're going to be doing some serious damage. Now, I actually had a chance to use this pretty lady, so I was actually lucky enough to kind of feel it in action, because with the Astro Blade, not only does it give you that extra +3 attack, but it makes it so that as long as your attack is higher than the
Oops, I missed stream. I'm gonna guess my Effie already
hi,
got
Scary.
reviewed.
Hey, Scary, what's going on, buddy? I know, we haven't done any FEs yet. I'm not sure if we are on this one. No, actually, you know what? We're not. I think we did them last time, I think. So, or maybe I didn't. I don't remember. But either way, with this. So with her special, sorry, I was going around with that there. So, it makes it so as long as you have more attack than the unit right there, you pretty much explain that last part, because I don't have the actual description in front of me. Just pretty much you do like half of their defense. Is that pretty much what that was? Or
half of the difference between your attack and their defense
Okay.
has damage.
Okay. So I was almost there. So in general, that's really nice. The biggest thing you want on her is to be able to have more attack than anybody else, and you're practically going to be hitting that no problem, because you have so much extra attack there. Now you can always try to get even higher, but like I said, 62 attack is nothing to scuff at. Very good attack. And what really is working with this build in general is the fact that you have DC with this and Vantage, which again, like other than the fact that DC is there, which is not as expensive as it used to be, but it makes it so that like your Vantage, you will be killing people. Like I remember I had it where we were going and doing some domains, and I was like, look, I'm just gonna throw her in there, and then I don't remember who it was, but like they're like, I think she's gonna die, but nope, she took out everybody out there because she just does so much extra damage there. And with that Moonbow proccing off there, you are consistently just for sure getting the kills. You are getting the kills. Like there's not very many people that are going to be not dying in this situation, and to make sure that he's not, he has that defense smoke, which is going to help you out in general right there, just in case if you have any other people that are coming up against you. Let's just say you're fighting some blues and you need to be able to drop that down. A little bit of that extra defense minus there is going to help you out, especially during against those opposite colors again, within that triangle. So in general, that's going to help you out in big time. Now, another thing that you have once you have the finished version, the Heavy Blade is a fantastic start with it, because you're going to pretty much be proccing off your special every single turn, I think it is, isn't it? As long as you're ahead of the attack. In general, that's really nice, as well as Harsh Command, which I didn't really talk too much about it, but you have a fantastic unit. And this is what's really nice, is that as long as you can take a hit, which with your defenses, you definitely can. I don't see a way where you really can't, unless for some reason you're going up against something that's definitely I would say maybe like a blue mage that hits you hard, so maybe like an Ophelia, without you being able to retaliate from, which would suck. But like if you're at full health without even actually at vantage range. But in general though, it's a fantastic strong unit. I wouldn't really change too much on it really, other than the fact that you can go a few ways, in the sense like if you want to be able to I'm gonna say, because I haven't had a chance. Oh, actually, Flyers can't use it. Never mind. You know what I was gonna say, right? I was like, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, you could always use that one move that I'm not allowed to say anymore, because I say it all the time. But I forgot Flyers can't do it. So Savage is learning. Definitely learning. With that being said, actually, I think there's really not too much that you could really change on this situation. I mean, you could always change the A skill, but it doesn't really, but I wouldn't if you're going to run Vantage. So in general, I would keep your build the way that it is, because it's simple and to the point, to be honest. And like I said, other than the fact that DC is still kind of expensive, not really, because more and more people have DC now. It's still expensive, I'm not saying it's not, but like more and more people are getting that, so it's not as hard to get. And Vantage is pretty simple nowadays, as defense smoke would probably be your only other one too, that's maybe a smidge more expensive there, but in general though, it's not too bad. So it's a pretty easy kit to make. And as you can tell, this banner just came out, and Techie just made this account there. So as long as you summon correctly and build this really, you can practically have a good unit right off the bat, which will in general just carry you through a lot of content because of how strong this kit is in general. And again, Astro Blade, that personal weapon, nice. It really is nice. It really does just like really helps you in general, because if you have more attack just to for sure get that proc off, because maybe that would probably be like the only few things that would really change on that in that situation. If you could find a way to be able to proc up a little bit higher attack, and you'll definitely get that naturally just by merging and getting more like that, so you'll be even higher and higher. But 62, again, it's nothing to scuff at. So the higher you go, the easier you're going to be able to make sure that you're going to get those kills. But once you're at that threshold with that there, you're going to be getting those kills. So all in all,
Nice.
and I really wouldn't change too much, honestly. What about you? Mods, what do you guys would say? Anything?
If you're running DC, I suggest that you maybe swap out Heavy Blade for IOs just so you don't get murked turn 1 by archers. Because her defense is like not bad, but it's also not the greatest.
Mm-hmm.
And like a high enough attack archer or like someone like maybe Lynn or something is gonna just take her out straight up.
I mean, that would probably be like your only issue that you would have to worry about, unless you're already inside vantage range. Then you can pretty much go in there and just dominate from that point. But the thing is, though, I'm pretty sure he's running that Heavy Blade so that he can proc Moonbow every single turn, which gets that confirmed kill.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, depends on if you're using her on like offense or defense. Because if you're using her on defense, like, you're gonna have to get into vantage range for her to start becoming a beast.
Right.
But then in order to do that, you're gonna have to take a hit first, and if they send in like Alm or something, she's done for.
Unless you have somebody that can benefit from hurting themselves, in the sense of like being able to, if the enemy can steps on traps or have it where they're attacking and they hurt other people around the area. I know we're starting to have people that are starting to do more of like those, like for instance, like if you had like a nice recruit or something that pretty much was doing damage on the side and just hurting you there a little bit and gets you inside of automatic vantage range, that would also be pretty interesting too to think about too. But I understand what you're saying too, like they're gonna have to take some kind of hit, and the defenses are actually, they're decent. Again, they're nothing like the best, but you know, there's something there, so it's enough to be able to take some hits from some decent units, as long as they're not overly powerful. But all in all, though, it's a pretty fantastic build as long as you get to that range. Again, if you can't get in that range, it's kind of useless with that too. But again, she has 48 HP just with this alone, which is going to help out. So like you can usually take a hit as long as it's nothing too crazy. Again, the defenses are 30 and 27, so again, nothing to scuff at there. But Perez, what about you?
Oh, I don't really know much about this new Katria to say anything. I do like DC Vantage and Defensive Smoke, but Heavy Blade is very tricky to get. But since she is pretty high on attack, I guess it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
I don't know. It's just Moonbow. It's a little too easy to proc. I don't know if like Luna would be any more effective.
I just worry about I guess one of my things that I see with this is that when people are going to be attacking you first, you want to make sure that you get, okay, so pretty much you're in that vantage range, so you want to get that kill, and if it's going to proc off every single time with that,
will be precing around the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I guess like you could use the Luna too, but I think like I feel like you're gonna always have it every single time, the Moonbow, as long as they match same. When it comes to like being able to trigger off every single time, it just gets that confirmed kill, which again, you're gonna need that, because if you don't kill them for some reason with that, you will most likely die, because you're not the tankiest thing in the world either. So it's like one of those things where it's like pop yourself in there, you're good to go. Yeah, so but that's kind of what sorry, I was checking out what Krim was saying, but yeah, that's my opinion with that. I feel like Moonbow is probably one of your best with that, especially because you don't want to you will pretty much want to get that kill for sure. And I feel like with as much attack as she has, and also dropping some of the smokes and having the Moonbow, you're gonna get those kills.
Moonbows doesn't make sense. If she vantages, she will still be getting hit.
Let's see. Well, shouldn't it proc off every single time though? Or am I reading into that
It wouldn't
wrong?
proc off every single time because it's 2 cooldown, and she doesn't, and like Heavy Blade doesn't proc enemy phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so then Moonbow would basically proc every other, and she's also not quadding, so she's just gonna proc like every other round instead of every round.
Okay. Well, then maybe I'm off then. I thought it was every turn though, so that was my fault. I was gonna say, because I thought that was gonna work out perfectly, but if it's not every turn,
because Astral Blade doesn't come with slaying effect, so she's not gonna be getting it.
Okay, well then I'm off then. Never mind then. Forgive.
Hey,
I'm
Silk
off.
and Drag.
But yes, hello everybody. What's going on, everyone? I hope you're having a wonderful night. So, but then, okay, then if that's the case, then I would change that out then, because then it would proc about that same time. So that makes more sense with Luna. I was off then, my fault. I counted off on that one. So, but Other than that, though, works out really well. You could change this out also too. You can make it so you're having more of like that offensive, where you're trying to change up maybe the B, go for desperation, go for extra. You can pretty much have it where you have just like her, pretty much just like because I like to see it as like you could also have it like S2, where you could have it where it's like Swiss Barrel 3. You can have Swiss Barrel 3, desperation, kind of work off that. Pretty much just be super offensive, get those doubles immediately, and then change it. But that would change up the build completely. You're pretty much gonna have to make it so you can just make
so
it
enemy
so
attacks.
dominate.
She vantages activates moonbows but still gets hit will always be 3 charge unless it's a guard unit.
Right. I was off on that one. I counted wrong. So, but all in all though, with this kind of style build though, and then of course you were saying something about having brazens too, that'll be really nice. So in general, fantastic build. I wouldn't really change too much for this defensive style build. Again, if you would want to go offensive, you could definitely do a few other things, but that's definitely going to change up your A, B, and your C. Well, maybe not necessarily your C. Defense smoke is nice. You can use it for either way. Unless you want to use attack smoke in that sense too. But all in all, it's really good and it makes sense to me. So, let's move on to the next build there, guys. Very good build, by the way. And then we are moving on with Gordon, which I think this is our last one for the video, I think. Am I right?
She crawled underneath it.
Did I count correctly?
Yeah,
I thought we had
you
one
picked
more.
5, right?
I picked 5, yeah.
Yep. So this
Yeah.
is
5 points.
5 points. I like
like
how
that
you
so
did that.
well.
Did you intentionally plan that? 'Cause that was really nice. I like that. Like big wow for you, Inya. Even if you didn't mean to plan that, I'm just gonna pretend like you did because that's pretty good.
What were the 5?
Let's see. But yeah, so we're moving on with Gordon right here. So something with Gordon that I really like is that I don't know, he's just bulky. He was one of the first few bulky archers that we had that I like, in the sense of like his defense is really nice. Of course his res is not the best, but what I see with this one, especially being an offensive style, which is kind of what you're going with here, is that you have mirror impact, which is going to give you that extra plus 10 res. I'm pretty sure it's 10, right? It's 10 and 6 attack, right?
To die.
I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with
Yeah.
that. It's hard for me to check because I can't actually click. These are all pictures, but
It's 10 res, right?
yeah,
It works like
yeah, I'm
sturdy.
pretty sure.
10
It's,
res, yeah.
yeah, pretty sure it's 10
Okay.
res and then a 6 attack, which in general is going to fix his 2 glaring issues. Well, I guess 3 since he does have a speed thing. So at least it cleans up 2 out of the 3. Which is going to be able to give him that extra attack when he's going in, which makes it so that he's going to be at least at a solid 55 attack just with this alone. He's going to be able to get 55 attack, and then he's also going to have 33 res, which again, when he's battling out with everybody there, that's going to make him decent with that. Again, he doesn't really need to worry about anything with his actual defenses, which is really cool to see for an archer, which is, again, Gen 1 units had very interesting stats. I feel like a lot of the newer ones are starting to get shoehorned into the same. Granted, this last banner was kind of nice because it was a lot of tankier units, so I'm like, sweet, so I can kind of work with that a little bit. But like, I feel like a few other ones beforehand were kind of doing a lot of speed and just doing that, like this one thing. So, but that's besides the point right now. So Gordon, you're gonna pretty much have the null follow-up attack, which is, oh, excuse me, wrong one. Null follow-up, not attack. I was looking up null follow-up, then I was looking at odd wave attack, like together, so I missed them. But yeah, null follow-up, very nice to have right there. It's going to be able to neutralize a lot of things there. In general, it's just a really nice skill to have in general. Now we do have odd attack wave in here because he's trying to buff that extra attack, because if he pops it on that odd attack, if he's going on for it on the offensive team, or excuse me, if he's being offensive with it on his first turn right there, he's going to be popping off at about 61 attack with that naturally, which is really nice. Which is good. Again, I've seen a lot of waves lately, and waves do work. I've noticed that a lot of people are trying to use these waves to fix some of their smaller issues, their glaring issues that I would see there. You can do that, but again, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, you could, or you could use. I've always been more like, if you're gonna go down a route for C, maybe go for some of the smokes. But again, I don't think the waves are completely trash either. It's just situational. As long as you know that you're gonna be like, again, very good turn utilization. You gotta remember that, hey, I need to use this on my odd turns, and even if you see an opportunity there to be able to pop off on that even turn, you're gonna know that you're losing 6, so it's gonna make it so your C is 50% working half the time, which is unfortunate. But even if you wanted to swap that up, that's okay, because you do have your darting blow. Darting blow is okay because it's helping you with your speed. Again, one of my things that I would feel like that you could easily do, and again, this is just me with thinking about this, is using your C skill to be able to put on one of the smokes and
Not
having
to be mean,
like
but is this really that good? I mean, it's good for being
No, I'm telling
defensive,
you.
but only on player phase.
It can actually work
This
out
is
really
just
well
how
with this, because
Om's
the
build,
thing
but
is,
on Gordon.
the thing, well, if you have an Om, that's another thing too, is that technically you could have your C skill in there, pop off for your odd attack wave. That's fine, that works. However, if you want to have maybe one of your smokes in there, I like having smoke in there in general, depending on which one you want right there. Speed, defense, attack, one of the ones that works best for you right there, depends on what you're trying to go up against there. And then maybe for your S skill, maybe use one of your bond skills. You can always go for that also. I like bonds better in general because I think darting's nice because it gives you that extra speed. That's great, but again, he's hurting in attack too. If you have a bond right there, you're gonna have 5-5, and that's gonna make it so that your your speed is gonna be at we're looking at what, like 42, which is good, which is a lot better. And then having that extra attack in there also is going to be nice. And then you're going to have something to be able to debuff them with also. So in general, I feel like that fixes your kit in general. Of course, you're going to have to be able to be close with somebody. But again, you're not like a cavalry unit that's like 3 units running away from everybody too. You're an archer, and you probably work better with people in general. And that's kind of where I feel like you could fix yourself a little bit. But all in all, though, it's really nice. It's a very expensive build, as you can tell. I'd still say the waves are still pretty expensive, but I would say your A and your B slot are definitely the most expensive, and they do work. Again, you're gonna have to be very offensive with that too. So if anybody comes at you, you're gonna be low when it comes to res wise. But like all in all, though, I think it's actually a really solid build. And if you change up a few things there and really benefit with your extra attack and your speed that you're gonna be getting if you change up your S and maybe even debuffing them with your C, I think you'll really dominate. I think that this would actually really help you a lot. And again, it is a free-to-play archer, so that's something to keep in mind too, guys. Regardless of how you guys feel about some of these units right there, these are people's favorite units, best units there, and all our jobs is to make sure that we can try to make it the best way possible, that we can look at it, or maybe it is already the best. You just want to show off your unit, which I'm all about that too, because if I have something that I've worked so hard on, I want my friend to see it. So, but that's the only thing that I'd see there. Mods, do you guys see anything by any chance? Anything that you guys would change?
Well, I mean, the point of this Gordon is that, like, this is Bridal Gordon. So this is from Crimson Destroyer.
I know, and I
so
love
the Bridal Gordon that he keeps sending out. So it's like I'm pretty sure this is not like a serious build. So like y'all got to keep that in mind as well. Like when you're like rating it and stuff like that in the chat. Like it's an expensive build. It works. It's not a bad build. At the end of the day, it's still a meme.
Kick Savage's butt a couple of times too.
Yeah, that too.
I don't even see it as a meme. I actually think it works out pretty well.
Best Gordon build is killing him
Listen,
for
when
sure.
Swift Impact becomes a thing and he changes that to Flashing Blade Seal, you guys won't be laughing at him then.
That's true. That's true. In general, he could change up his A skill to make it so that he has something that helps him in general, like for instance, like you could go like the Swiss Sparrow route too. That seems to be a very common one, especially for some of these older generation units that have low attack and low speed, because that extra 6 attack and 7 speed will definitely help you out with that drastically. But I kind of like this too though, because he's going to be going up against all kinds of units, and to be able to get that extra 10 res to be able to help him out there, that makes him kind of bulky with that. If he can make it so that he gets into range where he's going to be able to attack casters and make it so that that's going to be out of the way, and then dealing with all of the defenses right there.
All this
and
Gordon is for is flexing and killing a bunch of five.
I think that it actually works. So it may be a meme, it may not be. I think that if he had the C skill with it, or excuse me, the S skill with it also, maybe even had it where he had his air. If he had an air with it also, be able to go and get more res. I think it actually works out. So meme or not, looks good. Looks good to me. So
Yeah, personally though, I'd
Not to be rude,
because if you're
I
going
could
on
have
attack
you
wave
a build
anyway,
to review last
keep them
minute.
all together.
I just made it and I think it's pretty pog.
sorry about that. We actually have everything already set up. So I do
No.
apologize, guys. So everything's already set up in advance. So again, but you can always get in for the next unit review unless we have time at the end. But sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But sorry about that, mods. Go ahead and finish. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, like I'd say just like straight up just like murk a Reinhardt and give him joint tone attack.
Mhm.
Like you get a little bit less attack, but then you get it every turn.
Right. Which I can understand that too. So, but what about you, Chris? I didn't even get a chance to really talk with you about that.
Oh, I like
Gotcha.
the build. Even if it's memey or not, it's still pretty effective.
Yeah, I actually think it works out.
I wouldn't
well.
want to throw a mage at that Gordon, so.
Yeah, honestly, I think it works. Like I said, maybe it's me, maybe it's not, but like I like it. Like I said, the only thing I would change
It's
really.
still Gordon.
Yeah, it's still
Most
5
OP
points.
archer in the game.
5 points. Like I love Gordon, and don't underestimate the lad because he can do a lot. So, but let me just say though that would be, if I'm really trying to benefit from it right there, I would change up the C and the S to make it really work. If I'm really trying to be serious with it, C and my S would be the only things I change. Other than that though, pretty good.
I'm telling you, Swift Impact. You've
Swift
heard
Impact.
it here. I'm calling it now.
He called it now.
Swift
Called here first.
Impact.
That's great. That's great. But yeah, guys, that is it for our video, guys. We are not done with the stream yet, guys. This is just
Stream's over.
Oh my god. This is just letting us know for at least our top 5s that we picked, guys. So again, for everybody that submitted in general, if you did not get into this top 5, I do want to
Impact
say
is only a thing on Elitewood and Brave Roy.
but I do want to say thank you guys again. I really appreciate it. Give yourself a round of applause, guys, because again, we can't do none of this stuff without you guys. So
2 unit
remember that.
exclusive skill.
So, but all in all, though, these builds get picked out by our mods and mods in general, right there. So pretty much they get to pick what we pick out there, and then we pretty much get the final say, and then we go from there. And we do this every week. So if you don't get in here for some reason right there, remember, we're gonna do this again Thursday. And each time that we do this, we try to make it cleaner, more professional. The only reason why we only had to do pictures this time around, which if anything is kind of smooth because it makes it so I can just pop it off and kind of just like go from one to the next without having to do codes. But I will say though that in general, we try to make these a little bit more cleaner every single time. So I appreciate you guys at least submitting them in. We get so many reviews every single week. So this is a new thing now. So, and I like it. Apparently you guys like it too, because you guys are getting tons and tons of submits in there. So again, guys, thank you for bringing them in. And again, if you weren't in here for this video, you may get picked up for the next one. So anyway, guys, without rambling, because I've been rambling enough right there, this is it for the video, guys. I love you guys. Mods, have anything to say, at least for the video wise, before we end?
No, we're good.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Inya? Did she die on me? Yeah, I think Inya.
Yeah.
She's writing
Oh.
down the notes. Swift Impact 10 24 19 Perez Swift Impact.
Okay.
Making a note of it and everything.
I guess so. All right, guys. So at least for the video, guys, we are out of here. So
Yeah, we
have
hear you.
a wonderful night, and I will talk to you guys again. So stream's still going on, but I will talk to you guys again another time, at least for the people in the future. Peace.